Shabbat Shalom. Well, first, giving honor to the Most High, who has been extremely gracious and merciful and long-suffering with me. I just wanted to say a couple things. I haven't really been doing videos lately for a reason. I guess I'll get right to the point. This is, I guess, an intro video dealing with the entire Yehoshua subject. The videos that have been sent to and forwarded to repeatedly my inbox have not gone unnoticed. But for whatever the reason, I felt a need to sit down and shut up for a while. It's not like I didn't see it coming. I noticed somewhat of a blitz going on. In my opinion, a bit sneaky, where it seems like people are waking up, but at the same time, it seems like other people are prepared for that fact. That's the best way I can put it. And especially when we get to a point where we're really searching for what's true, and we realize that on one hand, a lot of things aren't. The other side kind of comes in and pushes everyone to their side or their mode of thinking, so to speak. For me, and I'm just going to be honest, I don't mean to offend anybody, but I am who and what I am. For me, I just don't see the wisdom in waking up, beginning to understand who I am and the world around me and what's true as opposed to what I've been taught was true. And then jumping in with 2 feet into the middle of the age-old Eurocentric Judeo Christian Messianic argument. It's just not wise. And it's just a distraction. Only thing I could do was pray. All wisdom comes from the Most High. True wisdom, anyway. And my prayer is the same all the time, that I would be able to see and to hear and to understand what's really true. And while, no heavenly angels, no choir came down and sang, and no voice thundered from heaven or anything like that, instead of getting, some seal-breaking, earth-shattering answers, I got some really poignant questions. The most important to me, among many, but the only one I really discuss in this particular video, is what do these two supposedly warring factions have in common? And immediately I thought of politics. You have Republicans and Democrats. They supposedly hate each other, at least from what you see on TV. Of course, the people who don't know any better have taken sides. And if you take a step back from history and actually look at it, all the presidents on both sides, they've both, and the parties, Congress too, have both quietly just pushed different sides of the same agenda. And people are starting to figure that out now and freak out. Just, look on YouTube and type in NWO. So the argument is really a farce. It's something to distract you and keep you occupied while they do what they want to do. I kind of look at Christianity and Judaism in the same light now. On one hand, you have a group of people who observe several rituals very outwardly, um, to me, in an effort to really prove that they are who they say they are. Yet, based on Scripture, even the translations that we were given, um, that would not, well, their lot in life today would not be the lot in life of the people mentioned in the book, the children of Israel. But it's very natural, very showy, very for people to see. Not very spiritual, well, except for the Kabbalah, but we don't talk about that. And as pertaining to Yahushua, they don't like him. He was bad. They can't really decide if they crucified him because he was an idol, or the Romans crucified him so they're not responsible, or if he doesn't exist and was just an allegory. On the other hand, we have Christianity, who appears to be the exact opposite. They have taken a character based loosely on Yahushua, and some have made him God. Not all of them, but some of them have made him God, and they worship him. What is usually true of Christians is they focus on virgin births, the resurrection, the cross, um, his blood, things like that. And magical powers, psychic abilities, basically, spiritual warfare in a very mystic sense. I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but I don't know, it seems to be a little bit mystical in the Christian circles. And what I found is there's one thing that they have in common. Both parties consistently undermine the message of Yehoshua. One side just doesn't like him at all. The other side pretends to like him, but basically follows the teachings of Paul, who taught something totally different than Yehoshua did. Furthermore, for me personally, the reason I know what I know now is because of the words of Yehoshua. The reason I can, reject Paul is because of the words of Yehoshua. The reason why I observe the Sabbath and keep the law is because of Yehoshua. The reason why I know it's not the law, so to speak, it's not a bunch of rituals, so to speak, but it's a behavioral modification. Because the children of Israel observed laws and Sabbaths and feasts, but their hearts weren't right, and so those things were rejected by the Most High. So understanding the real path that we are to walk, for me, came from Yehoshua. So my short answer to those wondering, have I jumped on the bandwagon? No. And in the next couple videos, there are a lot of things that most people just don't even look at because they've been trained not to. But what we should all pray for is eyes to see and ears to hear. Shalom.